Yo, yo, yo. It's Mark and Mark's Terrell. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Shamika. How you doing? I'm doing good, thanks. Mhm. Hey, Sonny. Doing good, thank you. How are you? Hey, what's up, sweetie? How you been? Um, check something. Oh, I'm doing good. All's good. Been busy. Hurricane action this week, so had a lot to do. Hey, Myra, how are you? Hey, sweet Gemini, what's up, sweetie? All good? Yeah, so the hurricane came close, but it didn't do any damage or anything like that. It wasn't that bad. So otherwise, that I've been busy as usual. Always doing something. Always got to deal with someone or something. But hey, it's a part of life. Keeps the clock ticking. Mari, you say you're not well, and sorry to hear that. Hope you get better. You and your snaps. Otherwise, that day by day, it's all good. I can't complain. It's life, and ain't shit right. Thanks, Vanessa. I mean, you can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. I just can't help myself. What can I say? I was shopping today, right, with my nephew. We went to go get some turtle food, and I had to go get him. Like, we guys been around shopping for a little while. I did some shopping, and when I walked into this store, I saw this chick, and I was like, "Damn, this girl looks familiar." But she had like put on like a lot of weight. But I was like, I know that face, but just a different body. So my nephew's like, "You know that girl?" She said hi. I said, "Yeah, I know her, but I just can't remember who the hell she is. I can't remember her name, right? Because she looks so different. I wasn't sure if it's the right person." So, people look different as they get older. Some people gain weight, some people lose weight. So I'm trying to think of this damn girl's name, and I couldn't figure out her name. And I came home. I was having dinner, and I asked my sister, "Do you know this guy? You know his sister?" And she's like, "I don't know his damn sister." And I was like, yeah, he's got a sister. No, he doesn't. I was like, all right, fine, never mind. I can't ask you nothing. Then I was like, oh, I know her name. Her name's such and such. And then she looked her up on Facebook. Do you know that this chick don't have no recent pictures? The last picture she had is like 2012. Because ever since then, she gained weight, so she probably didn't want to put her pictures up anymore. And I was like, you know, I had to figure it out. But she looked totally different. But I knew who she was afterwards. I had to figure it out. As you get older, you look a lot different. People look different. I'm only doing readings. If you want to ask a question, you got to pay by PayPal. But if you want a general message, like a love oracle card, I can give you that. But everything else has to be paid for. All right, sweet Gemini, let's see what we got for you. General love. Hey, Shakima, how are you, sweetie? You all right? Yeah, I know. And the thing is, I knew the girl too because I worked at her house. I worked for her mom. And I know her brother, but like it's our stepbrother. Like, so my sister was like, that's not his real sister. I said, I know, but they have the same mom. And she said, I didn't even know that was his stepsister. I said, I told you, I know a lot of people. She used to come to she used to be out when I was DJing and stuff. But she looks totally different. She's probably gained like 150 pounds. And she's like super short, like 4'6", 4'7". But she used to be, well, she had 3 kids. So, some women get bigger when they have kids. It's normal. It's all good. But I didn't recognize that first, but I know that face from anywhere. Her face still looks, the same. But yeah, I had the right person. I knew I did. But after I got home and thought about it, I was like, yeah, I know her name now. You doing good? Good. All right. Sweet Gemini, what I got here for you is you want to complete a task, but you can't. You're not being able to complete it in the next like 2 weeks or so. You might be disappointed. You might feel like nothing's going right. If you start something, you might not be able to finish it. Right now, you're also feeling like you need to be smarter. You need to be more perceptive of things around you, people around you. You might even feel like kind of separated from everybody else, a little lonely sometimes, or you might just feel like you just want to be absent from everybody else. Try not to be like snappy, because I know you like snaps. But don't be so snappy when people talk to you. They don't mean, not everybody means well, and not everybody means bad, good. So just take it with a grain of salt. I do see a guy here. He's accomplished. He's confident. He could be a father of a child. He's definitely like a male influence. Other males look at him and say, you're cool, you're this, you're that. He could be mature at times. He's trying to make his life stable. Could be an Aries, obviously. I got the Emperor here, so I look at the Emperor as a guy who's an Aries sometimes, and a guy who's putting a lot of authority into everything he does and everything he says. All right. So this is the person I see in the next 2 weeks that will be around you. But the only thing is this person's like night and day. They're like the weather. One day they're sunny, the next day it's thunderstorms. So this guy is still going through dilemmas, problems, situations. He's still going through some ups and downs in his life. But I feel like he'll communicate with you, but not much. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I still feel like, I asked in the next 2 weeks what's gonna happen as far as you and this person. This person can offer you like a little bit, not too much. They might see you here and there or talk to you here and there. Um, I think that this person thinks about their life more than they think about you. Like they're not realizing their own abilities and goals, so they like look down on everybody else as well. But they punish themselves, and I feel like you do too. Like you're too hard on yourself because you want things to work, but it doesn't work. Um, it just feels like a weird experience right now, and it's going to be because the retrograde's here. So it's gonna be like bullshit here and there happening, communication. Um, he said, she said type of stuff. But I feel like he wants to, because when I got the cards here, it's like the offer is away from the card, away from the person. So this person is like wanting to offer, but they can't, and they want to do something with you, but they make an excuse, or um, they want to do more, but they know you also have good intentions, but it doesn't come out that way. But they look at you in a good way. It's just that they don't know what the hell to do with you. They don't know what to say, what to do, because their life is still in a downfall effect. This person is not getting the success that they need to move forward, pretty much. But whatever offer they give you is not going to be the offer you want. It's going to be small offers, small little communication, small little details here and there. Communication will be quick, nothing serious. But I don't get nothing bad, but it's just like, yeah, he's still scattered, yeah. He's still all over the place. That's why I don't really see. He could possibly be drinking or smoking weed or, doing something that's addictive. I still see like, he might be, or if he's not doing those things, then he's obsessed about what he wants to do in his life. Like he doesn't know what to do, how to go about things. He's still very confused about what he wants to do in his life. I also see like an ex that he might be dealing with, maybe baby mama drama. That's it. That's what I see. Myra, I already said I don't answer questions unless they're paid for. It's a minimum of $5 by PayPal. All I can do is give you a love oracle card for free. That's it. All general love readings are paid for by PayPal. So, sweet Gemini, I don't know what else to tell you, but it's the same shit, different day. But I see that Emperor could be an older guy, and then I got the younger guy here. So it still could be two guys that you hear from or two guys that you deal with. All right. And I think it's two different guys, but one's older, one's younger. And you could be seeing them or dealing with them in the next 2 weeks. So that's like your general love situation there. Sorry to hear that, Mara. Yeah, talking to two different guys. Yeah, one's older, one's not younger, obviously. And the older guy seems like he's got his shit together, but the younger guy can only give you so much. The younger guy is like more of like the. So that's the thing. I don't really see too much with the younger guy. The younger guy looks a lot more confused, but the older guy seems like he's got his shit together. But you'll be hearing from both of them. Both of them will be fluctuating. Yeah, exactly. I still see them being in your energy in the next 2 weeks. Capiche? Yeah, I still see communication, but it's guys who are going to be, talking. That's about it. That's all. People from your past, stuff like that. Okay. He's like the young of the restless. That's what he's like. Look at that. He even shows up in his reading. Well, looks like he's still being discreet. He's still like, deserting himself from everybody. He's not very happy right now. He's feeling lonely. He's feeling like he doesn't have a future ahead of him. Sulking like a little, what? Even like friends and stuff. He's not really trying to be around his friends too much. He has difficulty in understanding people around him, especially women around him. He's having a lot of conflict with people around him, being very hostile, and he's not wanting to work with anybody. Looks like he's like staying away from everybody, like he's like saying F the world, and he's going about his business. Like he's staying he's withdrawn from everybody. He's like in this, denial that, I'm right and everybody else around me is an idiot. It doesn't look good. Like he doesn't seem like looks like he's also worried about his finances. Every time I read him, you know what happens. He's like a lost cause. He's in the matrix. Can't get out. Mm. I feel like he's thinking about you, but I think it's like he's testing things out first. Um, it's almost like, yeah, exactly. It's almost like he doesn't want you to know about his life, like how things are going bad in his love life and his marriage. But like he doesn't want you to know about that. But he still, thinks like, he could be your friend or something like that, or want to be your friend. But he's still like thinking that he has that freedom, or he still feels deep down inside that he could probably talk to you or say something to you. But he's trying to like figure out new plans, new stuff. he's being hopeful, but he's still uncertain about his whole situation. He's dealing with his marriage and the people that he loves and cares about. He's still trying to like reverse the trend of being an idiot. But otherwise, that he's trying to trust people that he know he can trust, and everything else is just him being hopeful that things change. Pretty much. But between you and him, looks like he can possibly, you guys might see each other in the next 2 weeks throughout your journey, or you might hear about him. If you don't see him, you'll hear about him again. Or he might do some research on you on him. So yeah. Looks like he's very disappointed, as usual. That's why I laugh when people put up things on Facebook with them smiling and being all cool, and you think they have this great life, and then behind that picture, everything's just like crumbling in their world. That's why they shouldn't do shit like that. But hey, some people are just like that. They like to live a fake life or a young and restless life. That's how it is. Good. All right. Found out some stuff about him. I'm not sure if he knows what I know about him yet. Oh, I'm sure because you know there's people that you hang around that crew. They all talk about each other. You know that. I'll give you a love oracle card. If anybody else wants a love oracle card, let me know. All right. Here's your card, sweet Gemini. And this says, time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Just give it time. You're trying too hard. So be patient. It'll all pan out on its own. All right, Myra. Let's see what we have for you. You're welcome, sweetie. And thank you. All right. Myra, your card is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. All right, Shakima. All right, Shakima, this is your card. And this says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Myra, I just read you the card. There you go, Shakima. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, Danya. Sure you can. Okay, this is your card. This card says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focuses on another, now is the time to give it to yourself. There you go. You're welcome. I always tell everybody, put yourself first and everyone else after. Is anybody else that wants a love oracle card? Let me know. I pulled myself a card. How about that? This is my card. And it says, life is a series of consistently shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you'll be surprised where it leads. Absolutely. I agree. I always go with the flow and stay away from a... You're welcome, sweetheart. Nice seeing you always. Good night. Hey, Sonny. Sure. Yes, I just got it. Thank you. You didn't have to, but thank you. Okay, I will. I haven't seen much of our regular friends because I haven't been on Instagram too much, but they know I'm on here. But I guess everybody's, delighted right now, so they don't have to come around anymore. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. I saw her the other day, but she says her Wi-Fi was shitty. So, usually my my regulars only come in when they don't, when they're alone and, ain't got no man in their life. But they must be occupied, I guess. But that's good. I'm happy for them, I want everybody to be happy and in love or whatever they want. If they don't want to be in love, I hope they have everything else they need. I want to hear good news, I don't want to hear, I want a man. Yeah, exactly. They're learning the stick shift, going through the gears. Yes, you're right. Okay, Sonny, let's check. A general for the rest of September. All right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm happy for him. I'd rather a woman that I read for come in here and tell me that she's in love, she's happy, than tell me she's sad and, miserable and no D in her life. Because, I can't clone myself to be with everybody. But hey, it doesn't make no difference to me. It is what it is. So good. Yeah, I have my girlfriend right behind me. See, she's right there. She's asleep. Good girl. Okay. All right. From now to the end of the month, Sonny, I feel like you'll be in hermit mode. You'll you'll keep to yourself. Um, I feel like you are going to focus more on you. Also, what I'm getting here is you might have to cancel some of your plans if things don't go the way you want it to go. And like when you look into the future for yourself, you still don't know exactly what you want to do, but you're working on trying to figure out what you want to do. You may have a plan, but it's on standby right now. Also, if you do plan to do anything, you might have some delays here and there. Um, it looks like it's going to be short lived. It'll be like a hiccup here and there, and then you'll get over it, and then it'll just get better. There could be somebody around you that's disloyal and telling you lies or like telling you things, and they're not really meaning what they say. Um, Also, I feel like the angels will be around you a lot more because of this situation, and you'll have that superficial, benefit from them, giving you signs to make sure you don't fall in their trap, or you don't see them. Uh, you don't get to. They don't get to see you or get to deal with you because they're gonna get blocked by um, spirits around you helping you, if that makes sense. But there's a potential person, like a guy around. He could be a person who is friendly, and they're honest and they're mature. Guy that's older than you. He's pretty smart. He could be helping you through these times, and he can help you get things better once things don't go your way or don't seem to happen. You can depend on this man. He can, if you need advice or you need help from this person will definitely help you if you need it. Otherwise, that I just feel like you should be more discreet, and I've used that word a lot today. But because the retrogrades here, and because people are the way they are, a lot of people like to know everybody's business. They want to know everything about you. They want to know what you're doing, what time you went to the bathroom, what time you ate, who you're hanging around, how much money you make, what do you do for a living, all that bullshit. And it's not um, you're not obligated to tell anybody anything. So the cards are saying to be the hermit, be more discreet, be cautious about who you talk to, who you say things to, who you share information with, even if you have to withdraw from anybody, Um, yeah, even if you have to withdraw from anybody, then do so. As you know, like you gotta sometimes, if you can't see it, the light will come eventually and show you. And that's why I keep seeing like um, you getting signs from the angels or for whoever you believe in, your spirit god, your spirits and stuff like that, people around you, they're gonna pretty much open your eyes to that. um You also may not be happy um, when you're lonely. You might not feel yourself when you're absolutely alone by yourself. You might have times where you may sit there or lay there somewhere in your bed or sit on a couch or something. You might just think for a minute, you know, am I okay being by myself? Am I okay being lonely? Am I okay being unhappy? What am I going to do to make things better? Do I want this? Do I want that? You might be contemplating on what you really want the rest of this month. Something might come up where it reminds you about life, or if somebody is happily married or happily in a relationship, you might say to yourself, I kind of wish I had somebody like that, or I wish I had somebody I can, be with. And then other times you might be like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. It's okay if I'm lonely. I don't care if I'm not married. I don't care if I'm not, in a relationship, and you might even have to cut off some friends of yours or some clients of yours that aggravate you, or friends that aggravate you. And during the retrograde, we get to those points, and not to dwell too much on the retrograde, but it affects certain people. And I always tell people that the retrograde affects Capricorns more than probably any other sign, and that's just my opinion. So it tends to affect people in different ways. So it might just be mind games that people play with you, so you have to make sure that they don't continue to do that to you, because you don't deserve that, right? There's nothing bad here. I just see that, like, these are things that you think about. This is like more mind games and mind thoughts and things that you have on your mind. But if things start to get a little hectic, just know that it'll get better after, before it gets worse. So it'll be a short-lived thing. It'll be something that happens, and and you might gain in some areas, but it's not, it's inclusive. It's like, it's something that happens, but it's not that long. It's you'll be good for a couple of days, and the other days it'll be like, nothing happens, which is fine. You can't be busy every day, but there's going to be some days where you might have to take it for yourself and be like, okay, I'm just going to take a day for myself. I'm just tired. I'm just this way. And I've seen you do that before, and I see you doing it like the rest of this month, on and off. You'll be telling yourself what you need to do. The good thing is there is a man that's out there helping you. Could be a man in spirit. If you have a father in spirit, it could be him. And this person could be like helping you be more conscientious about like how you have to deal with life. Okay. Well, this kind of makes sense, because I felt like this person is not a physical person. I felt like they're your father. Um, I don't know. I feel like this guy was devoted to whatever he did. I generally think he was an educated person, or if he didn't have like degrees or like college degree, he was just an overall smart person. Like, and I feel like he was devoted to the things that he had in his life. Like, if he was devoted to work, he was devoted to work. If he was devoted to his family, he was devoted to his family. Or if he wasn't devoted to one thing, he was devoted more to another. But I feel like, he was honest, to people around him. I don't see like I see him helping you. I see him helping you, trying to get through these situations that you have. So I'm just seeing like if I get anything else, but I do see this guy around you, and he's trying to help you. So if you ask him for help, if you ask him to help you, say, "Hey, Dad, hopefully you can help me, do this or do that, or find my way, or put me in a good place, make sure, this and that. I feel like he's trying to help you, um, find out, the bad things in your life or the bad people in your life, where I think he's going to give you signs, like, yeah. So I know some people don't have good relationships with their parents even when they die and stuff. So like I said, I don't whatever you have between him, I don't feel like it's nothing. I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like if anything, he's trying to help you. After all, you're his daughter. So but I feel like this guy has good intentions. I feel like he's friendly. He's he's got sympathy for you right now. Like he's trying to do things to make things better for you. Yeah, I feel like he is. You know, I think that, he also um, wants you to know that, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Um, he doesn't want you to be hard on yourself, and he doesn't want you to be, you know, um, he doesn't want you to be sad. He doesn't want you to like think that you're not going to reach a certain goal. He wants you to know that, you know, even though you've lost certain things and you dealt with dishonesty from people, that it's not the end of the world. You may have lost your stability and you had setbacks in times, and you might have to end some friendships, and some past relationships might not have been the right way. But he still wants you to know not to be hard on yourself. Like don't obsess over the bad things. He wants you to focus on positivity, organizing things better, getting a better life. He wants you to know that, just expect the unexpected. And he wants you like to get rid of all the past situations you've been in. Like get that out of your mind and focus more on Sonny. But from what I think he wants to tell me here is like he doesn't want you to be hard on yourself. Like he wants you to focus more on overcoming your past and accounting for your actions, whatever you do, your judgments, forgive and forget, get rid of all that extra access bullshit that's in your mind. And that's the message I feel like he has for you. So it seems like every time I read for you, a spirit shows up. And that's actually a really good thing. It happens a lot for a lot of people, but for you, I think it's happened like almost every single time somebody shows up. And this is the explanation I have for certain people. If you put your faith in spirit and know that they have your back, if you have faith that these people are gonna help you, you know, then they will. You just have to have faith in them. You just have to understand that these people are in spirit. They have nothing else better to do than to, come to your aid, help you, be around you. We have a spirit army. We know so many people that are passed away. And sometimes even people that we don't really know and we used to worship, like a favorite sports star or a favorite actor or somebody you like, now that person's in spirit, you can ask them for help too. Like, they can actually, sign your shirt that you've always wanted signed from them, things like that. Cause I'm like a sports freak or whatever, but like, I always think about that sometimes, like, cause there's a lot of people that I know that are passed away, but never knew them personally. But I would call upon them in spirit and be like, hey, now that you're in spirit, I hope you have time to understand that, you were my favorite, this or whatever, things like that. So, It's the same thing when you have like a father, or mother, or a grandmother, or whoever, like even a friend, even that guy that showed up the other day for you. Um, things like that happen because we're open to receiving the message from that person. And not every time people will show up. Sometimes people don't show up at all. And then for some people, like you, has shown up almost every single time, which is great because it just means that you're in tune to to yourself, and they know that you're doing the right thing, but they just don't want you to like suffer mentally. That's all, you know, or physically, but they just try to like help. That's why they come in the message, so they can make sure that you know that you're not alone. And I guess that's why those cards popped up, because I didn't understand it until the end. So like if you feel like you're alone or you don't have anybody around, they want you to, like your dad wants you to call upon him. You can talk to him in spirit. It does, like he's pretty much living. It's not a big deal. It's actually easy to do. I do it all the time. Everywhere I go. Sometimes I'm in the car all alone, and I'll just start talking to a spirit or somebody from my family that's passed away, and I'll act like they're right there in the car. Yeah. Well, that's good. See, if you ask, you shall receive. That's how it works, Sonny. Sometimes, we people always say, "Oh, I was hoping my dad would come, but I was hoping my mom would show up." Well, people would just outright ask me, if the person's around or whatever. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. I didn't even know your dad was in spirit, to be honest. I didn't even know. But because I think I got somebody else. I got different people every single time. Okay, good. Well, yeah, it looks like he's showing, like he's like I said, every father, not every father, but most fathers, I have to rephrase that. But most fathers, especially those that are in spirit, they genuinely want to help, their children succeed, and they want their children to like, be better or do the right thing. But if they show up, I've explained this millions of times. If they show up in the reading every single time, like different people or like even the same person, they're just trying to reward you with their presence and reward you with they're pushing you, nudging you in the right path, and they want you to know like that they're there. And the reason they come to you is because you're doing the right thing. You're genuinely doing the right thing. Because if you wasn't doing the right thing, they probably wouldn't show up, because they'd be mad at you or they'd be upset that you're doing something bad. So for you to get these people to randomly pop up every single time, that's just telling you that you yourself are doing the right thing. You're not doing anything bad, whereas they, won't show up and be like, to hell with you. So today, he's basically saying, don't punish yourself. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Because I know you are hard on yourself. And sometimes you think like you're doing something wrong, but you're not. You're just trying to help at the end of the day, right? So that's always the vibe I get off of you. You're not doing anything bad. You're just trying to help, explain, say your part, and do your part. But some people are never going to take it the right way or the best way or the easiest way. You know? Yeah, exactly. So he wants you to know, don't do that. Like, try not to do that at all. Eliminate that shit out of your mind. I know it's hard, and I know people say, well, Mark, it's so hard. Yes, I understand that. But in order to get ahead, you got to leave those hard things alone. You got to leave those things behind. You got to leave all your past bullshit behind. You got to like focus more on what can you do that's going to be really positive, you know? Yeah, but the thing is with the retrograde, I know it exists. I know it's there, but I try not to dwell on it too much, because when retrogrades came and I dwelled on it, I find that it used to like it used to be affecting me. But then when I said, you know what, the hell with this retrograde, I don't give a shit if it's here. It's not going to ruin my life. And when things happen, I'll just laugh it off and just keep going. And the main thing is to manipulate your own mind. And I've said this a million times on here as well. Like, I manipulate my own mind and say, Mark, this is bullshit. Don't listen to it. Don't worry about it. This is going to happen even if the retrograde wasn't here. It's just life. Don't even give this this astrology myth. I know it exists and I know it's not bullshit, but like, I try to make it bullshit in my mind. You see what I mean? I'm not denying the fact that it exists. I'm just telling my mind that it doesn't. So that way I just don't worry and have anxiety over it, or believe that I'm actually going to have a bad time during the retrograde, because it doesn't mean that for everybody. Because the retrogrades can be very good for people. They can like be a time where you actually, a lot of good things happen. Who doesn't buy the retrograde stories but needs something to blame? Yeah. A lot of people are like that. I honestly, understand what you're saying. But that's the thing. Like, people dwell on the retrograde too much. Hey, speak my truth. How you doing? Okay, thanks. You can ask your question when you're ready. I think people dwell on it too much. I think people over exaggerate it too much. And I used to be the same thing. And I really don't like care about what people say about it. Like, I know astrology is real, but see, people always like make such a big deal about things. And I've learned through my life that I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm not gonna think the worst. Like, I'm not gonna think that, oh shit, my phone's gonna break. My car is gonna break down. I'm not gonna get communication. My internet's gonna fuck up. Those things happen even when the retrograde's not around. So then you got to tell yourself, if I dwell too much on this, then how does that make me look? It makes me look weird. It makes me look stupid. And it makes me worry unnecessarily because somebody said that it's going to be bad. No. Just briefly, something else like about astrology. I listen to this guy on here. He's very good. But he said that in the month of August, which was last month, he said that Aquarius, if you were born on the 5th, 6th, and 7th, which I'm born on the 6th of February. So he was like, if you were born on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of February, then, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see. But I'm going to prove you wrong because I'm not going to do those things. And that's why I kind of like listening to that shit, because it makes me want to like reverse it. So if he says something that can possibly bad happen, then I'm going to make sure I don't do it or don't get myself in that predicament. So that way I know that in my mind, if I manipulate my mind to say, okay, that's bullshit, it's going to be bullshit. It's not going to work because I'm not going to allow it to happen. You see? So like you gotta be your own like manipulator. You gotta manipulate your own mind. And I stress that a lot. And if you can do that, if you can keep telling yourself that it's not going to happen, then it won't happen. You're welcome, Sonny, anytime, and thank you always for your support. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, exactly, Kits. Yeah. Speak my truth. You said your projection came true, Mark. You said I wasn't going to see him tonight. You were right. Plans got canceled. Damn, Mercury retrograde. Yeah, you can blame the retrograde. It's okay. Okay. So you said, what can I look forward to in my connection with JP? Yeah, sorry to hear that, but it's okay. It's life. Um, in the next like week or so, I feel like you'll eventually see him, but he's got like family issues he's dealing with as well, or there's gonna be some type of differences of opinion with them. So I feel like his family holds him back, and that's why he's not really happy, or like the friendships that he has also like doesn't make him happy. But he looks at you as a person who I think like I told you this last time. Like he looks at you as a woman who is secure, has a good job, has dignity, is a woman that he wants to be around. He like that he woman that he likes. You know, like he just likes the way you carry yourself, so that's a good thing. Now he's still, like I always say, he still is a person who is going into the unknown. He doesn't know what the hell he's gonna do tomorrow. He doesn't even know what he's gonna do next week. He just takes it one day at a time. He's trying to like live his life, or he has no choice to live his life on the edge. But I think that from what I see here, he's had like a family situation where the family situation is also holding him back. So I don't know if I can't remember if he said he has a child or something like that, but if he does, that's also holding him back. Yeah, he has a child. Okay, yeah. So he's having like family issues. See, like you're not his issue, right? And I think I told you this already. Like he's like things, the way he looks at you is good. Like you're not the issue. He has the issues. He's got to be the one who has to, like, he doesn't have to, but in order for him to completely be yours and completely be with you all the time, like you have to know that he's not going to be there all the time because he's got a co-parent. He's got differences of opinion with this woman. He's got a problem with his family. He's got, he's actually trying to lose some of his friendships that he has with people because they're not helping him either. So if you're the only one or one of the only people that are doing good in his life, then that's why he looks at you in a good way. But in the next 7 days, I feel like things will be okay between you guys. I feel like there'll be communication. I feel like there'll be like good things. But I feel like it's more his life is holding him back too much from being with you or being fully happy with his life. You know. I think that he puts in a lot of action. He does a lot of things and he wants to make more action. He wants to make things happen, but I don't think that he's scared to do it. He just can do it. Well, you might see him like, video chatting and stuff like that. Like that's what I mean. You'll see maybe his face in video chat communication, but things like that. Now, if he's gone, then he's gone. You can't physically see him unless you actually go and see him yourself. But you might be video chatting. If you video chat with him now or have been, you might see it, you might hear from in the next few days, like a video chat or a video call or something like that, FaceTime, whatever you do. But as you already know how his life is, so that's why things are going to be the way it is. So it depends on you wanting to hang on to that. That's up to you. So right now, I think his life is all over the place. But he looks at you in a good way. Yeah. Well, he looks like he's worth it. He looks like he's a good person. It's just that his personal life and things in his life is not really, it's holding him back pretty much from being with you. That's the blockage is his life, his personal life. Kids, I answer questions by donation only, but I do give a general love card today. I have a love oracle card that's free. But if you're asking questions, you have to donate the minimum of $5, and I'll answer it in full detail. But yeah, I speak my truth. I still feel like, there's something there. He's just got to get over his life. That's the thing. Unfortunately, his life is up and down. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's nice. Becca's a good reader. I don't really know her that well, but I know that she puts her all into everything. I know a lot of good readers out there. And if you get the same like messages from the same readers, it just means that your spirit likes to work with them. That's all it means, really. They want you to know that no matter who you ask, will give you the right, situation. All right. Kits, this is your card. All right, take care. Yeah, I know, right? Sadly, we have to go work tomorrow. Well, I don't tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm off, but I have to go work on Monday. Your card is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So there you go, Kits. That's your card. Okay, Paige. No problem. Yeah, I don't really do. I mean, people can take this the way they want, but I don't really do free questions anymore because I've been on here for 3 years and I've done my share of free stuff. So it's only right that people pay a minimum of $5 for a question, and I'll answer it in full detail. But I do give a free message, so that's how I am, and I think it's very fair. Mm-mm. Thanks, Paige. I appreciate that. I've been on here for 3 years, and you can look at my past videos. There's been times where I've given people free mediumship readings, free readings all around. That's all I used to do when I was on here for years. I've been doing it. I still do it. For my long-term clients, I still give them free stuff, obviously. But if I do it for you, then I have to do it for everybody else. Then they're gonna be complaining and stuff like that. So I try not to get myself in that disputes with people. That's why I always give a free message, a little free card. It's better than nothing. You're welcome. I've actually put my price down. I usually charge 15 a question. I put it down to 10, and now I've put it down to a minimum of 5. So I think I'm being super fair and super nice. But it's all good. I can't please everybody. Okay, Paige, I will check. Let me see. Okay, I got it. All right. What is Luther Gemini doing about his stock situation? All right. All right, Paige. As far as this guy Luther, what is he doing with the situation with the Leo? What I see is he's not gonna get a restraining order. I don't see him doing that. If he does, it's gonna have delays getting it, and that's why he probably doesn't want to get it because it's like a delay of him getting it. He just doesn't want to understand that person. He doesn't care about that person as much. He knows that if he does something, he might be. Yeah, he's taking his time. I see delays around it as well. He might be traveling or going somewhere, so that's why he's not really worrying about it. If it isn't him traveling or moving away from this person where they don't have to see the person, then that's what he's going to do. And he is like not going to deal with it. So by him traveling or moving, that's the reason why he's not going to pursue the, dealing with that Leo at all. Like he's probably going to be like, it doesn't make sense me getting a restraining order. If I do, what is it going to prove? I'm going to leave anyway. So why should I even worry about it? Well, that's a whole nother question. I'm just answering the question you asked me. So far, I see that, the outcome right now is he wants to end this problem. He wants to end the problem and he's not going to get a restraining order. So that's what I see as far as that. He's not going to get a restraining order and he's not going to, he's not worrying about it because I think he's going to travel. Where he's staying away from that person, or that person's staying away from him. All right, should you go to this Houston basketball game? Will that be helpful for us? Not let him come to me. All right, let's see. Well, if you decide to go to this basketball game, right, then it's probably not going to be a good thing. It's probably going to be more worries, more concern. You'll probably be embarrassed to even go or do anything with this person because this person is probably going to try and trick you. He probably won't. He probably will say he's probably going to tell you, I'll meet you there and then not show up. Or he can be like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to go. And then the last minute he might pull out and then you already got tickets or whatever that case may be, or whatever you're doing for that. Like he's going to deceive you. He's going to tell you one thing and do another. So it's like he's leading you on to believe that you're going, but you're really not going to go, or he's not going to go. So you'll probably be embarrassed at the end of the day saying, I can't believe I even, did this shit. Right. That's what I mean. If he's like he's not gonna go, because you'll if he goes, right, he's gonna play. Say he's playing, right, and you go there, he's probably gonna ignore you or probably gonna be like, oh well, you can't see me or I don't want to talk to you, things like that. He'll lead you on to believe that everything is gonna be fine, and then when you get there, it's gonna be a waste of time. Yeah, exactly. Like he'll deceive you is what I'm getting. Like he'll tell you one thing and it'll be a total loss of your time. And you'll be like, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I did this dumb shit. You know? Well, if he's acting like this, then why would he even come back? Why would he even recommend, do it? Hey, Becca, how are you, sweetie? Yeah, I don't really see this guy like putting any effort into seeing you. Like, I don't even feel like he wants to get together with you. I just think he's probably leading you on. So as far as him coming to you, I don't think he's going to come towards you. I think that he's gonna confess to you that I don't really want to see you, and I think I'm stuck right now. I got things to do. I got to deal with my father or my brother or my friends or my boss or whoever like that. I just see another male in his energy. There's another man, like an older guy in his energy that he's dealing with or he's hanging out with, and he's like focus more on that. Like I don't see him coming to you and giving you effort and opening up to you. Like I don't see that happening. Like I don't see. That's the thing. You're asking me a million questions here. Like but the thing is I'm answering your question. Like he's pretty much not going to come to you because he's with his big brother. Yeah. He's with another man, and that's who he's focused on. That's why he's not really going to come to you or give you the time of day. I think he's leading you on to believe things, but he's probably not going to deal with you at all. Like you don't even show up in the cards. It's just another guy here and just giving you difficulties, not wanting to deal with you. Yeah, I don't see nothing happening at the game. I don't see him giving you the type of my advice is to leave this guy alone and go find a decent guy that's going to give you the time of day, sweetheart. That's my advice. I'll give you a message back if you want one. Sure, sweetie. My advice to all people, don't deal with your ex. Because if you deal with your ex, you're going to get the same bullshit results that you dealt with when you were with them. That's why they're your ex. That's why they are giving you a rough time. And that's why they don't come to you. And that's why they don't deal with you, because you're if you're the one that wants them back and they don't, then that's just your answer right there. And if they're leading you on and they're not giving you 100% after not being with them and trying to get back or whatever, then that's your answer again. My advice is to stay away from your exes and move on to somebody who's going to give you 100% and give you the right treatment. That's what my advice is. It's that simple. Why do you want that drama in your life? That's what you have to ask yourself. You know? You know? Oh, I answered that question. If you go to the game, it's not going to be beneficial. It doesn't look good. I feel like you'll be, not getting anywhere with it. That's the thing. Sometimes people tell you they want to reconcile with you because they don't want to see you with somebody else. You should take that into consideration too. Because a good relationship is a relationship that you're with the person every day, or you're with the person every other day. You're communicating with them. You're laughing. You're fun. You're happy. You're trusting. You're loving. That's a real relationship. All this about, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and then there's nothing coming out of it. Then that's your answer. You know. Yeah. So by you going to the game, it's not gonna. It doesn't look good. Yeah. I can give you a love card. I'll give you a love message. And after that, I'll give you a message back. Alberta, I answer questions only by PayPal. Minimum of donation of $5. I'll give you a free love oracle card. That's the only thing I give free here. All right. This is your card page, and this says playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So that is your message. You're welcome, Paige. Thank you. You got to tell yourself that you deserve better. You know, a lot of people, you know, keep dwelling on people who give them broken promises and things like that. You know, you got to look in the mirror and say, you know, I deserve better. I need better. I want better, and I'm gonna find better, or somebody's gonna find me. You know, we keep dwelling on, you know, past people and people who, even if we meet somebody new today, and you know, you exchange phone numbers, and a month's time you're going out with that person, right? And then that person starts to like show their true colors, and then the communication gets lost, you know, things that, and then they don't explain themselves. So that person's already fucking around from the start. You know, they're not being honest. Like, we have to take every red flag possible and keep it on the pole flying, and say to ourselves, do I really want to deal with this drama? Do I really want a Young and the Restless soap opera life? And I know sometimes it's hard, because then people get caught up with each other, you know, all that type of stuff. People love each other. People claim that they have love, but really they don't. Because if love is so nice, then why does it hurt so bad? That's what you got to ask yourself. Exactly. Actions mean more than words, right? So if you're putting in the time and you're putting in the effort, then you won't have to worry about, you know, difficult times that happen, that because you know that person is going through things, but they're still communicating with you. They're still your, you know, your best friend, your lover, whatever. You know, I've learned through my life that going back to people is the worst thing I ever did. And all that time I wasted for nothing. And you know I'm not here to tell people what to do with their lives. You know, you want your ex back, you want all that stuff, then go for it. But my advice is to never do that. You know, if that person, for instance, if that person left you because of something they did, or they left you because something you did, then maybe you're not meant to be together. If you keep getting back with the person, or going back to the person that's already treated you like shit, then what are you expecting by going back? You think that person is going to be like, oh yes, I love you and miss you so much, I want you back, and I'm going to change probably for like 2 weeks, and then I'll treat you like shit again, and then you'll regret it, And then we'll just do a soap opera thing for the next, couple months until you get fed up and say, to hell with you, and I'm going to go with somebody else. If you're still attached to somebody that's that toxic or that shitty, then you're going to go to someone else and, distribute that energy to that person. And then you're going to look like the person you just dealt with. I've seen that all happen all so much. All right, Becca, let's see what we got for you. All right. Becca, this is your card. Okay, Paige, no problem, sweetie. Thank you, too. All right, Becca, your card says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. There you go. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. Yeah, I'm actually mad that I missed it on Friday, man. I was with my nephews, and when I finished like hanging out with them, we had dinner, and then we had ice cream, and then we were in the pool for a long time. And then like I went on there, and I said, oh shit, I just missed Becca's Freaky Friday. Shit. I was like, and you had gone, it said like 41 minutes ago, and I was like, ah, shit, I forgot. Because usually Saturday nights, like, I go on Instagram and I act like Brother Love, and I do a lot of dumb shit. She's here, look. Yeah, I'm sure. I can't wait to get my message next time. But I actually do that every Saturday night on Instagram, but I haven't done it recently because all the freaky women have they're accounted for now. But when they were all single, they used to always ask me to check if they were gonna get some, D in their future. So we used to have a good time in there and talk a lot of shit. And I used to pull sex cards in there and do all that crazy stuff. But on here, I don't really do it like that because I get in trouble and shit. So. But when I'm on Instagram, like I can pretty much, elaborate on things and say crazy things because it's in my little, chat room. So yeah, I love doing that stuff because we have a good time and we laugh. But a lot of my friends and clients are all hitched up. They're all in relationships or potential relationships. They're all doing their things. But when they're all single or they're temporarily, MIA, they ask me, come on, Mark, I want you to be Brother Love tonight. Give me some sex cards. Tell me how my sex life's gonna be this month. I used to do it every month for everybody. I actually used to do readings on here. When will you get the D every month? And then I got in trouble for it because people reported me because they were jealous that I had thought of something like that. And we had a lot of fun in here, so people were hating on me, and the trolls went crazy, and people just were assholes about it. And then YouTube told me I couldn't put thumbnails up of like a naked statue with a guy, and his D was covered. I covered it with my the thumbnail name and stuff like that, or arrow or whatever I did. So they made me take it all down. So I transferred all to Instagram, and I started doing it over there. But I haven't done it in a few weeks. My horny friends are being taken care of. But I used to do that shit every week. Every month. Every month I used to do a singles reading which not a lot of people do. I haven't really seen any singles readings, to be honest. It's almost like people don't care about the singles unless, I don't watch certain people. I don't really watch too many readers, but the readers I do watch, they don't really do single readings. Like, go through the signs, the 12 zodiac signs, and, give singles what they. But a lot of people tell me that they don't even watch that shit no more because not half the stuff doesn't come true anyway. And I was like, well, it's a general reading. Whoever it resonates with, whoever sees it, it might resonate to them. And then, obviously, in order for it to really resonate, you got to have your own personal reading. But I used to do this. I used to focus a lot on singles all the time because I was always single doing it. So, and probably 70% of the people that were coming in my room were single. So all the singles are like, Mark, do a singles reading. I'm like, okay. Sometimes I would do like a singles collective in the room. Like if everybody was single, I'll do a collective, and what we can expect for the weekend, things like that. But I couldn't tell you the last time I did a old signs reading. I did one on Instagram a couple months ago. But on here I haven't done it ever since. Nobody asked me for it. People want this. They want me to answer questions, give them messages. They rather get that than like listen to their sign and stuff like that. And then I had a lot of people tell me, oh, well, my moon is in this and my sun is in that and my 12th house. And I'm like, look, I ain't gonna have time to listen to that shit. I'm not an astrologer. And, whatever resonates for you, you go for it. Some people say, well, I'm an Aquarius, but it didn't resonate with me, but it resonated with my moon sign, which is Leo or something. And I'm like, okay, or whatever floats your boat. It's not meant for one person. It's meant for, multiple people who are, doing things. Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. A lot of people needed to laugh because I make people laugh when I do that stuff because I talk a lot of shit when I do it. Like, because especially the sex cards, they have funny images on it. And I'll be like, yeah, you see this guy, he's this way, that way, and blah, 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 and people start laughing and, they like the way I talk shit and stuff. I like making people laugh, so it's easy for me. I do it all the time. It's fun. Yeah, I'm down for whatever. I haven't done a duo in a long time, but I'm up to doing it with anybody who's game. It's all good. Yeah. Hey, that's a good thing, Becca. I think that people, I think that people should have more fun in their chat rooms and stop being so serious. But a lot of people take shit like offensive, or they're like, oh my god, I can't believe he said that word or this word, or. But on Instagram, I do what I like. I say whatever. But on here, I gotta kind of watch my mouth a bit because like people will be like, being idiots. They'll be like, oh, I'm reporting this guy. He said this, he said that. But I'm not really vulgar or anything like that. I mean, I can be, but I don't do that shit too much. It all depends on the crowd. Like if I see people talking shit and saying certain words, and I'll say it back or whatever, But like as you know, our private parts are called many different things. So I kind of call our private parts different things. It's not vulgar, yeah, but some people thought that I was, but I wasn't. But they over exaggerated it because they were mad that I was having fun. But that's the past. But I haven't done it in a long time because all my, like I said, Yeah, exactly. So that's why I stopped doing it because and then YouTube started like telling me take down the thumbnails of all the like sexy type of shit on it. And I'm like, wow, I can't even do what I want around here. This is ridiculous. But on Instagram, it's a no holds barred over there. Sometimes I go and I go there on a Saturday night and I don't leave till some wee hour of the morning because everybody's having fun. We just have like our own little time together. So it's nice. On here, obviously you have to, mind what you say, because people are like quick to like flag you or, get you in trouble, things like that. That's why the video says over 18, not for kids. So what's the problem? You know? It's like watching, and there's so much dirty ass shit on here on YouTube. Like there's so many provocative, dirty videos and dirty shit. Like, and you're worried about me doing like a sex reading on here? Really? I mean, a tarot reader that's like not important. But yeah, you got like all this sexual videos on here and bullshit, like girls like dressing up in bikinis and modeling, and that's okay to show their like, and these women doing yoga and like pretty much showing their coochie right there, like, so that's okay though. But I can't show a card that's fake and shows image of one, but you can show yours blatantly on here though. That's okay though. All right, cool, whatever. Like people, they make me mad, man. That's why like I don't really do nothing there. I would love to do that type of stuff over here, but yeah, people are crazy. They're stupid. But I have like a sexy deck like what you have. Back up. I have a deck right here, see, and it says a lot of crazy things on here. Like for instance, I can show this one on here. See, for instance, like I have these cards, like how you write yours. Like, for instance, I have this. Look, an air sign man that wants more sex but still wants freedom. Then I have this one here that says a Virgo man that works the middle but his willy's too little. See, like funny shit like that. So I made this deck a long time ago, but I haven't published it yet. So then I have this one that says a Leo man that wants to have sex with you at his convenience. Then I have this one here that says a Taurus man that wants sex every other day. And then I got this one for like all the hoes. I say, are you trying to have sex with the entire zodiac? So I have like a deck that has all this funny shit on here, and we guys have a good laugh. Yeah. But some of this stuff is a little bit too much for here. Some of it's got like, like I said, swearing and things like that. But I want to finish it and publish it eventually. But I have more, like I have a few more things. There's some I want to take out and some I want to add. But it's like more of this is more of like a zodiac sign deck where it focuses on every sign and what that person does. See, like for instance, like I have this card here. It says Taurus people can be cheap and need to be in control. So, there's a lot of things here. I've got a lot of different cards here and different like stuff, but there's a few here I want to reword. There's a few different cards here that say different things. But it's more of I'm trying to make like a zodiac sign deck. Like I got fire signs, air signs, water signs, earth signs, and then I got each single like zodiac sign from Aries to Pisces and what people think about them. A man, a woman, as far as sex, axes, things like that. There's tons of them here, as you can see. Like I got all of them here. Yeah, I love making decks too. And like these are the blank cards that I get, and I just write, the words on them. And that's how I start the deck. And then I eventually publish it like I have the last three. But this one I haven't finished yet, but I'm going to finish it eventually and try and bring it out before Christmas. But those decks you have, Becca, you can publish those things. You can make them official, and you can sell them too. I sell each one of mine for $25 online, and sometimes I give them away. Like I do like a sale, or I do like a giveaway for my birthday or for Christmas, or for some type of holiday. I'll feel like I'll give away, and I'll send it to the person. Yeah, the website that I told you about is very easy to deal with, and it's not very expensive. And you'll make your money back on it, and they'll even sell the cards for you. Yeah, there's a few websites. That's just the one that I deal with. So I like that one in particular. They've done all three of mine with no problems. Nobody's called me and said the decks are shitty or fucked up or worn out or whatever. Um, there's a few readers who have my decks. It's just a preference, whatever people want. You can do it in different colors. If you go on like one of these like places where you do your thumbnails and design things, you can design the cards first, and then you download them, and then you put them onto this. You put them into the slots of the cards. Like if you want a deck with 50 something cards, you just drag it over, poof, boom, boom, boom. Just make sure you check the spelling, things like that. That's all. It's time consuming, but once you got the deck, published and you start to make it, it'll make you feel, good about yourself even better. But hey, you don't even need to publish it. If you just got, words on it like how I do, then, if it works for you that way, it works for you that way. It's fine. A lot of people do it now. A lot of people are making their own cards, which is nice. I encourage everybody to do it. I have a few friends that have their own decks. And it's nice. I have a shitload of decks from all sorts of people. This is the latest. This is the deck I just got this week. It's called the Moose Tarot. My friend was using it on her live, and she read these cards for me on my reading. And I was like, "What deck is that?" And she says, "Oh, it's the Moose Tarot." So I bought it because I really like the pictures. They're more modern. And the only thing about this deck, it's all women on it, which is good for me. I like women, so I'm good. But it could be used in an all woman relationship reading too. So that's the good thing about it. But I checked. I was looking at the deck. I was like, "There's no guys in here." I was like, "Damn." I don't know. I don't know. I saw this one on what's her name? Golden something. I can't remember her name now, but I just met this other reader just like last week, and she had it on her live, and I have never seen this deck before. So I was like, you know what? What's the name of that? Because I like that. I like the modern decks, like the I don't like to see, like I can't handle like readers who say you have a knight in shining armor coming towards you just because you see it on the card. There's nobody in 2022 that's going to be your knight in shining armor. Nobody's gonna wear that shit unless they're on Halloween night where they dress up. That shit don't exist, sweetheart. Don't say that shit around me because I'm gonna let you have it. I don't want to hear like the fool card is a new beginning every fucking time you pull that shit. That's not what that shit. Like every card has more meanings than you can realize, and you'll never hear me say that crap. Now I'm not the one. You don't want to talk about that shit with me. I hate that stuff. I can't stand when a reader says, "Oh yes, sweetheart, I see your knight in shining armor coming towards you." I can't see his face because he's got armor on and he's got a helmet, but he's your knight in shining armor. Hey Ruth, how you doing, sweet? Like I can't stand listening to that shit. People who say that, like I want to just like cancel them. But this deck is pretty, and it doesn't have no kings in here. The kings are called moose of voices. So it's a very pretty deck. I mean, I'm not advertising this woman's deck, but it's a pretty deck. And when the person read for me, I thought it was like a modern deck, like it's an up to date version of tarot. So, and I'm the type of guy when I read for somebody, like I like to focus on like the hair color, what the person looks like, So, like if a guy was asking me right now, oh, this what do you get on this woman, blah blah blah. So if I look at this card, for example, I'm gonna say, well, does she have brown hair? And he's probably, if he says yes, then I know that I'm so in tune with what I'm looking at that spirit to actually put the hair color of the person in there. So it makes me realize that I'm actually, telling the right message because of the person's hair color. And I know a lot of people don't read tarot like that, but I do. Like I focus on the hair color. Like for instance, this girl's hair is red. So I could, you can have a, like, what's the chances of you pulling this card and say, hey, look, I see this redheaded chick here. This is 7 of material, 7 of pentacles. So like this person you might have gotten pregnant, or this person you're working with or something. Oh shit, yeah, my boss is redhead. Oh cool. How do you know that? So like I focus on things like that. You know what I mean? So so this deck benefits me because it's got the colors, it's got the the features, the things and stuff like that. So for instance, the Knight of Materials, which is the Knight of Pentacles, it's just a horse. It's not like, and you can't even see if it's a guy because his willy's not there. So, this deck is like pretty much like a sexist deck. There's all women on here. There's no guys. Even like there's no knight in shining armor here. It's just a horse. So, that's what I'm saying. You can't even tell. But the thing I like about this deck, there's like the women are different nationalities. Like this looks like, a Latino chick or whatever. This looks like a crazy chick. This looks like a gothic girl. This looks like maybe, one of those Middle East chicks with the, this got different. That's why I like this deck. It's got like different people. There's white people, black people, foreign people. It's got different nationalities. I like decks like this because it brings me more, information. So when I haven't used it yet on anybody, but when I do, I'll get more information. But there's a deck that I really love, and it's my favorite tarot deck. It's 78 Doors of Tarot, and it's probably the most modern deck out there, in my opinion. Like with pictures, it's even got like computers. Like it's got a guy like the 6 of cups or whatever it is, or something like that. It's got like a guy looking at his memories on the computer. You know what I mean? Like he's going, like it's like modern tarot. So like it's got a computer in there. There's no like knight in shining armors or some guy dressed up in some bullshit Romans, suits and all that stuff. Like it's more like how this is more modern. It's more like up to date people in it. There's no like past people from way back. So like, I mean, that's all good if you like that stuff, but I like the more modern type of decks where the pictures, the people, it's more like up to date with the 2000s. So that's what I like. It's just a preference, but this is a beautiful deck. I just got it, but I haven't really used it yet. I don't want to use it yet, but I'll use it eventually. But there's so many decks out there. I always feel like you should be, whatever you're drawn to, just go for it. Like some people like to read certain decks. Like I still have my starter deck here, which is like, all like full of spots and all worn out, It's all worn out, and so I clean it all the time, but it keeps going, it keeps getting dirty. But this is the deck I've been using for years, and I don't need to use it really because sometimes I don't even need cards. But this is the deck I prefer because it's the deck that I've always used. But I can grab another deck like with pictures and stuff, with more modern stuff, and it'll make me um, feel like I have more information to tell you. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I always recommend readers to read from different decks because and look at the pictures. Even though you know the meanings of the cards, focus on the pictures sometimes because sometimes that can really help you get more information and give that person more like clarity on what their answer is. I think people don't really emphasize too much on the pictures when they should. That's just a suggestion. That's my advice. You know, I'm a picture guy. I like to look at the pictures and try and focus on the hair color or the nationality or the person or what they're doing in the card. Things like that. So something to think about. You do what you want. Whatever floats your boat. Anyway, I'm gonna head out of here. It's already 12:40 in the morning. Time has flown by today. Time flies when you have fun. I can't believe I've been on here for almost 2 hours already, and I came on earlier too. But I'll be on tomorrow, hopefully. Um, I should be on tomorrow. I'll be on like maybe earlier. But okay, Ruth, good to see you, sweetie. Take care. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'll be on tomorrow for sure. But enjoy your Saturday night and your Sunday, your weekend. Have fun. Life's too short. Do what you got to do. Have fun. And try to be as positive as you can. That's my advice. All right. You're welcome, Sonny. And thanks for always supporting me. I appreciate it. Becca, if you're here, take care, sweetheart. Good seeing you. And for everybody else, good night and take care.